Hey there, so welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about a suburb of Nashville called Bellevue, Tennessee. And Bellevue is located on the west side of Nashville. It is definitely within the metro statistical data. It is in Davidson County. It's located about 13 miles southwest of downtown Nashville. So stick with me and we'll talk a little bit more about Bellevue outside of Nashville in Nashville, Tennessee today. All right, so we're talking about Bellevue, and I said just a few minutes ago that Bellevue is a community within Metro Nashville. So it is in the Davidson County and Nashville MSA. It's a community located about 13 miles southwest of downtown Nashville. It's known for its suburban and rural character, and it has a large amount of open green space and parkland, and particularly the massive Warner Park. So we'll talk about those. The area is bounded. If you want to know what exactly defines Bellevue, it's bounded by the Cumberland River on the north, Cheatham County to the west, Williamson County to the south, and West Nashville to the east. So it is right out there. You can get to Bellevue a couple different ways. You can go Harding Road through Belmead, take the divide and go Highway 70 or Highway 100 and back towards Highway 70. You can go I-40 west towards Memphis or Dixon, and then get off on the Old Hickory Boulevard exits or Bellevue Newsom Station. So, I mean, you've got a lot of different avenues through which you can arrive to Bellevue. So we're going to talk about Bellevue today, why it's a great place to live, what draws people to Bellevue. Maybe you'll like Bellevue. So Bellevue, the community, kind of covers roughly about 74 square miles. It's about 13% of the land area in the Nashville-Davidson County area. It's primarily suburban, it's rural, and it's residential, okay? It has hilly terrain, wooded areas, and residential neighborhoods, and it does have some farmland, just to tell you a little bit about it. So when you're talking about the northern, western, and southwestern parts of Bellevue, those remain mostly rural due to the terrain, but the southern portion has experienced significant residential and commercial growth over the past 4 decades. So we've had a lot of changes out in Bellevue, and I used to live out in Bellevue. Gosh, I think I was, oh my, it was a long time ago. I believe it was 38 years ago, and I used to say I was barely in Bellevue. I hadn't even topped the hill to get completely into Bellevue. But it was funny because that's how we used to define it. Where are you in Bellevue? How far out in Bellevue? It seemed so far out at that time. So it's neat to see the growth and development of Bellevue in the Nashville area. So it has some key features like the Harpeth River and its tributaries, and Interstate 40 traverses the area. So I told you can get there that way. You can also go Highway 70 and 100 and back towards 70. So there's other routes in and out of Bellevue. A significant amount of Bellevue is protected by the Nashville Metro Parks. You have the Nashville Metro Parks Conservation Department includes the Edwin Warner Park and the Harpeth River State Park and the beginning of the Natchez Trace Parkway. And you have a little bit of Percy Warner. It resides closely to it in the Forest Hills area, so we can talk more about that. But for the nature lover, for people who like to get out for horseback riding, all those fun outdoor events, running, biking, hiking, river fun, you've got it, and you've got access to it very close by if you live in Bellevue. So I get asked oftentimes, is such and such a great place to live? Well, is Bellevue a great place to live? I've been told that it's a great place to raise a family and to live. They feel safe out there, beautiful area of town without breaking the bank. And that is definitely true for a lot of my clients who are looking for a good, great little small town charm feel, not too far from the city. They want to get in and out, but they also want to come home to a suburban lifestyle. So That being said, someone single and younger might want to live a little bit closer to downtown. They might think it's boring because there's no nightclubs and things like that, but there are restaurants and bars and things like that in the Bellevue area. So downtown's only 13 miles away, maybe 20 minutes, depending on where you're trying to go in that downtown area. But it is definitely considered a great place for young families and retirees alike. When you're talking about the parks, Edwin Warner and Percy Warner Park, they're known collectively as the Warner Parks. Those are major public parks that cover 2,684 acres, making them the second largest municipal parks in the state. So a great popular choice for all those outdoor enthusiasts is Bellevue and that Bellevue area. Bellevue is a suburb of Nashville that offers a blend of suburban charm and access to city amenities. It's a popular choice for young professionals and families, like I said a few minutes ago, with a laid-back atmosphere and a lower cost of living compared to a downtown Nashville offering. Bellevue definitely has a cozy yet progressive environment. So we're talking about different levels of living out there. The affordability for Bellevue is generally considered more affordable than a lot of the other parts of Nashville, particularly when it comes to the housing and for rent. Now, I don't really deal with rentals, but they certainly are significant. Maybe you're looking for where you really want to land, but you're not sure yet and you can't make that decision in a week when you come to visit Nashville. Maybe you need to rent for a few months and then we get out and we really explore your areas. So that's where the rent side of this is applicable, but when it comes to housing and affordability, it's definitely considered a great option of Nashville. The convenience is a short drive to Nashville, so you have easy access to the city's nightlife and shopping and entertainment if you can't get whatever shopping you need out in that Bellevue area. It's a good place for families. The schools are considered very good, and you again get on greatschools.org and then you look at what is important to you. You definitely have some great and well thought of private schools very close by in that Bellevue area, so that commute is not bad either if that's the way you elect to go with your family's education needs. It's a good place for families. It's a great place for parks, for your pets, for walking and biking and all that fun stuff. So that's a good thing to consider when you're considering moving to the Tennessee area, and if Bellevue might work for you in that respect. I guess if you had to say a con of the area, and what would that be? Maybe the limited nightlife of Bellevue might be considered one of the cons for there. While there are a few bars and restaurants in Bellevue, it's not known for its vibrant nightlife scene, and residents often head downtown, like I said, to Nashville for their late night entertainment or to other areas of Nashville that have that, their music scene and whatnot. So there's lots of reasons why people choose to live in Tennessee, and there's lots of reasons why people choose the Nashville area, and one of the places that they choose is Bellevue for a few different reasons. It offers that suburban feel while remaining close to the city's amenities and the entertainment, and that makes it attractive to those who want to enjoy both worlds. Bellevue is known for its beautiful and natural spaces, including the Harpeth River and surrounding woodlands. So offering those residents that kind of access to outdoor activities and a sense of tranquility, plus having the amenities nearby, is one of the draws to the Bellevue area. There's an affordability level for every single household, whether you can buy anything on earth or not. You may not want to spend X amount. So Bellevue is considered part of the Nashville metro area, but it's generally considered a more affordable option than living directly downtown or in some of the pricier areas of Nashville, but still giving you all the closeness of possibly those areas. So it offers a wider range of housing options. You have large, spacious homes, you have smaller homes, you have condos, you definitely have a lot of options in the Bellevue area. So that is one of the reasons that people choose Bellevue, and its proximity to things as well as its affordability and housing options. So Bellevue is considered a growing hub. Bellevue's seen a recent influx of young professionals and those seeking a more laid-back community. You definitely have the opportunity to work from home out there as well, of course anywhere now, but depending on your job. But the accessibility to an office situation that is required is so much nicer than some other areas of Nashville, given its different routes in and out of the city. So you definitely have, your shopping, your entertainment hub, attracting new residents to the Nashville area, as well as the nightlife and all the fun that Nashville is. But you also have a great influx of business coming into the Nashville area, and Bellevue has seen a nice growth in its population due to its proximity to downtown and that 13-mile radius. So keep that in mind when you're looking and on which side of town your new business is, and that travel time. So what's the average cost per square foot for a home in Bellevue? Well, that of course depends, and it's all an average, but it's somewhere around $288 per square foot. The prices can vary significantly according to the neighborhood and the property type. It's considered luxury level, so you can sell for over $1 million or more in that Bellevue area, but you could also find a more affordable, maybe a condo or something like that in that $150 to $350 range as well. So there's some really significant differences in the Bellevue price per square foot. Homes in Bellevue typically range anywhere from $220,000 to $800,000. So, and then of course, like I said, with your luxury options exceeding $1 million. So that's quite the gamut. We definitely want to get on, and we want to talk to my lender, whose information is down below, and let's go through some of those scenarios depending on your personal information and determine which range we're going to look in to help you find the right place. Bellevue definitely has a lot of options. So if that is your area that you choose to be in, then you definitely want to know what your comfort level is, and I recommend talking to Billy when you can. In April of 2025, the median listing home price in Bellevue was right at that $500,000 mark. So that is trending upward about 10% year over year. So the median listing home price for that being in that 500 range makes it a very affordable option if you're looking in the greater Nashville area. Redfin said that the average home price most recently was up 4.4% since the last year, and right in that $480,000 range. Rocket Homes said that it was right in the $475,000 range. Zillow has an average home price in Bellevue most recently at $448,000 to $455,000. So you can see how all those sites vary dramatically. So you want to get on your one-on-one call with me. I have the MLS. They definitely borrow our data. We will look at the most recent comps based upon the neighborhood in which you're looking, and we will absolutely take into account all the most recent factors. So you're not having to depend on all those sites you look at, which we all know you do, and get more accurate data. We definitely want to talk while we're talking about getting on our one-on-one call. Let's go ahead and define that space. We get on that call, we determine exactly what your plans are on your visit to Nashville. Are you coming in just for your little vacay? Because if you are, then maybe it's not the time to actually go look. Maybe you don't know you're actually going to live here yet. Maybe you don't know exactly where your office is going to be. So that might just be your fun trip to Nashville, and we get on and we discuss some things like my reload guide that I can send to you, tell you some places to go, some highlights and things like that to look at. And then we get into our real one-on-one discussions and determine what your needs are, your timing, your actual affordability options are, and all of that really important information that helps me narrow down your search. Now, I've talked about that on other videos, and I definitely welcome those conversations. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Let's look at some places that are really defining all the things that your family thinks about when they think about where we want to live next, why we're moving there, what we want to spend, what we want to do. So those are the things that we do on that one-on-one call, and we'll certainly set up some searches and really narrow our search to define the parameters that are important to you. So in this discussion, we talked about Bellevue, Tennessee. Could Bellevue be the right place for you? Yes, it could. We've got some wonderful shopping areas there. We'll show you some of those in this video, of course. Great options for all those accessibility things that you need close by, from your groceries to your big box stores like your Lowe's or your Home Depot. Those things are all near or in the Bellevue area. So stay tuned for our next one. Thank you for following, and we'll see you next time.